What if the biggest obstacle in your life was you? Not your past, not your circumstances, but the beliefs you carry, the fears you feed, and the dreams you delay. This is not just a book. It's a mirror, and it's time to face it. Introduction: The Mountain Within, A Journey of Self-Confrontation. In Brianna Wiest's seminal work, The Mountain is You, we are invited into a profound and deeply personal exploration of the human experience. Wiest masterfully crafts a narrative that redefines the concept of obstacles, positing that our most formidable challenges are not external forces, but rather the intricate internal landscapes of our own minds. The mountain, in her metaphor, is not a looming peak in the distance, but the culmination of our internal resistance, the insidious grip of fear, and the pervasive patterns of self-sabotage that prevent us from fully embodying our potential. This isn't a book about overcoming external hurdles. It's a guide to profound emotional alchemy, a transformative process that teaches us to transmute our pain into potent power, our paralyzing fear into dynamic fuel, and our deepest wounds into invaluable wisdom. Wiest's writing style is both poetic and piercing, resonating with a truth that feels both ancient and acutely contemporary. She speaks directly to the reader, urging a radical shift in perspective, from viewing ourselves as victims of circumstance to recognizing ourselves as architects of our internal reality. This book serves as a crucial mirror, reflecting back to us not just our struggles, but also the immense, untapped reservoir of strength and capacity that lies within. It's a call to courage, an invitation to embark on the most significant journey of our lives, the journey back to ourselves. Understanding self-sabotage, the unconscious protector. The concept of self-sabotage is often misunderstood, mistakenly perceived as a sign of weakness, laziness, or inherent failure. Wiest powerfully reframes this, revealing it as a complex, often unconscious form of self-protection. Our self-sabotaging behaviors are, at their core, attempts to shield ourselves from perceived threats. These threats are not always external dangers. More often, they are deeply rooted in unresolved past trauma, an inherent fear of the unknown that accompanies change, or a pervasive sense of low self-worth. Consider procrastination. It's rarely about a lack of motivation. Instead, it frequently stems from a profound fear of failure, or paradoxically, an equally intense fear of success and the responsibility it might bring. We linger in toxic relationships not because they serve our highest good, but because their familiarity offers a deceptive sense of safety, a known quantity preferable to the daunting uncertainty of the unknown. We shy away from taking necessary risks, not due to a deficit of ambition, but from an overwhelming fear of losing control. These are not defects of character, but deeply ingrained coping mechanisms, learned behaviors designed to keep us safe. Wiest brilliantly illuminates the core conflict driving self-sabotage, the dichotomy between our conscious desires and our unconscious programming. Our conscious mind yearns for growth, yearns for success, yearns for profound fulfillment. It dreams of breaking free and soaring. Conversely, our unconscious mind, shaped by past experiences and primal instincts, prioritizes safety, familiarity, and maintaining a sense of control, even if that control limits our potential. Until these two powerful, often conflicting forces within us are recognized and ultimately aligned, we remain locked in a cycle of stagnation, perpetually stuck on the same internal mountain. This alignment requires a compassionate understanding of our unconscious motivations and a conscious effort to gently guide them towards our desired future. The psychology of transformation, shifting from reaction to creation. The profound journey of transformation, as outlined by Wiest, begins with the cultivation of emotional intelligence. This isn't merely about identifying emotions, but about developing a sophisticated ability to understand, process, and skillfully regulate our internal emotional landscape. It demands a deep dive into self-awareness, recognizing our unique emotional triggers, unearthing the underlying roots of our reactive patterns, and painstakingly learning to respond mindfully rather than impulsively react. This foundational skill, emotional intelligence, is the very bedrock upon which all genuine healing and growth are built. Without it, we are simply leaves tossed by the winds of our unexamined feelings. Beyond emotional mastery, Wiest introduces another cornerstone of genuine change, the radical importance of identity. Many attempts at personal transformation falter because they rely solely on willpower, which is often a finite resource. True, lasting change doesn't merely spring from desiring a different outcome. It emerges from a fundamental shift in how we perceive ourselves, from altering our core self-concept. If your aspiration is to write a book, simply saying, "I want to write," is often insufficient. Wiest encourages a more potent declaration, "I am a writer." This isn't just an affirmation, it's a claim to a new identity. If you seek to embody confidence, the declaration transforms into, "I am someone who trusts myself." When your deepest sense of identity aligns seamlessly with your aspirations and goals, Your behaviors naturally and effortlessly begin to follow, propelled by an intrinsic sense of who you are becoming. This shift moves you from merely trying to be something to being that thing, making the path of least resistance the path of your desired future. Moreover, transformation is deeply intertwined with understanding the plasticity of our brains. Our neural pathways are not fixed. They are constantly being rewired by our thoughts and actions. Every time we choose a new response over an old reaction, we are literally building new neural connections and weakening old, unhelpful ones. This means that consistent, conscious effort in shifting our emotional and identity landscapes has a profound, tangible impact on our neurological architecture, making the desired changes increasingly automatic and ingrained. Climbing the mountain, confronting the shadow, and breaking patterns. To truly ascend the mountain within, the initial and most courageous step is to face our shadow. This often feared aspect of ourselves encompasses the hidden, suppressed, or denied facets of our being, our shame, our guilt, our deepest fears, and our unhealed emotional wounds. Wiest emphasizes that this confrontation must be approached not with harsh judgment or self-criticism, but with profound compassion. It's about shining a gentle light into the dark corners of our psyche, acknowledging what exists without condemnation. Practical exercises like journaling your fears can be immensely powerful, allowing these hidden elements to surface in a safe space. Asking yourself, whose voice is this really? When your inner critic speaks can help you discern whether the harsh words are truly your own or echoes of past influences. Reframe that inner critic, not as an enemy, but as a wounded protector, a part of you that, however misguidedly, is attempting to keep you safe from perceived threats. Once the shadow has been acknowledged, the crucial next step is to break the pattern of self-sabotage. This involves meticulous self-observation, identifying the specific triggers that lead to your self-defeating behaviors, becoming acutely aware of the subsequent behaviors themselves, and then, most critically, consciously choosing a new response. This is where deliberate action comes into play. Create new rituals that actively support your growth and align with your newly chosen identity. Perhaps it's a morning meditation practice, a daily walk, or dedicating consistent time to a creative pursuit. Furthermore, strategically surround yourself with people who reflect your highest self, individuals who uplift, inspire, and hold you accountable to your aspirations. Change is rarely instantaneous. It's a gradual, iterative process, but every small, conscious shift, every deliberate choice to alter a long-standing pattern, is a definitive step higher up the mountain. Resilience emerges as another central theme in Wiest's philosophy. It is not, she clarifies, the absence of pain or the ability to be unaffected by life's inevitable hardships. Instead, resilience is the profound capacity to move through pain with grace, to navigate adversity without succumbing to its crushing weight. This requires practicing radical acceptance, acknowledging that life is not always fair, that suffering is an inherent part of the human condition, but also recognizing that every challenge, every difficulty, is an opportunity for learning. Embrace a growth mindset, understanding that every setback is not a failure but a setup for a comeback, a valuable lesson disguised as a loss. And perhaps most importantly, cultivate unwavering self-trust. This is built through consistency, by faithfully keeping the promises you make to yourself, no matter how small. Each promise kept reinforces your belief in your own reliability and capacity, solidifying the foundation for lasting change. Becoming the mountain, integration and liberation. The ultimate, transformative stage of this journey is becoming the mountain itself. This signifies a profound integration of all the work done, a culmination of self-discovery and self-mastery. It means fully embracing your inherent power, acknowledging the depth of your capabilities, and consciously owning your entire story, the triumphs and the traumas, the strengths and the vulnerabilities, without apology or reservation. It's about stepping fully and authentically into your highest potential, recognizing that you are not, and never were, broken. Rather, you are perpetually in the magnificent process of becoming. The mountain, once perceived as an adversary, transforms into your initiation, the crucible through which you forge your truest self. In this final stage, Wiest offers a powerful reinterpretation of our most challenging experiences. Your pain is not a punishment for past transgressions. It is a portal to deeper understanding, profound empathy, and accelerated growth. Your fear is not a stop sign, an indicator to retreat. It is a signal to go deeper, to explore the very edges of your comfort zone where true expansion occurs. And your dreams are not random flights of fancy. They are the inherent blueprint of your soul, whispering the path to your authentic self and calling you forward. To truly rise into this state of integrated power, you must embark on the vital process of letting go. Let go of perfectionism, for it is rarely a pursuit of excellence, but more often a meticulously crafted mask for deep-seated fear and an aversion to vulnerability. Let go of comparison, for it is the insidious thief of joy, diverting your energy from your unique path to a futile measurement against others. Let go of the past, not by denying its existence, but by recognizing that its purpose has been served. It has taught you, shaped you, and now it is time to extract its wisdom and release its hold. The final, most liberating act in this journey of becoming is forgiveness, both of self, for past mistakes and perceived shortcomings, and of others, for the wounds they may have inflicted. This act of forgiveness is not for them, but for you. It is the ultimate act of liberation, cutting the energetic cords that bind you to resentment and stagnation. Final message: you are the mountain, the path of unafraid becoming. Brianna Wiest's enduring message is a clarion call, resounding with clarity and profound power. The obstacle that has seemed insurmountable is not external. It is not the demanding job, the challenging relationship, the fluctuating economy, or the weight of your personal history. The true obstacle resides within, and, crucially, so does the immeasurable power to overcome it. You are not embarking on this metaphorical climb merely to reach a fixed destination. The ascent itself is the transformation. You are climbing this mountain not just to see the world from a new vantage point, but to become someone new in the process. Every fear you courageously face, every limiting belief you consciously rewrite, every deliberate step you take forward, each one is a powerful, resounding declaration echoing through the very core of your being. I am no longer afraid of who I am becoming. This journey is not about conquering an external enemy, but about integrating and transcending your internal one. It's about recognizing that the strength, the wisdom, and the courage you seek have always been dormant within you, waiting to be awakened. You are not just a climber. You are the mountain itself, vast, resilient, and capable of holding the entirety of your becoming. Thanks for watching Audiomentor, where every book brings you closer to a better you. If you found value in today's summary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a chance to grow.